What's up, guys and gals? Welcome to Extreme Nerd Table. Well, you guys can see I changed back, so everybody's happy about that one. And I got Anthony with me, and I got Daryl with me. So let's pop Anthony in real quick.
What's up,
Anthony?
nerds?
What's up, Daryl?
What's up?
You guys see, I'm back to normal from the thumbnail. I woke up in the morning that Tuesday. It looked like
your
that.
hair, you look good.
Yeah. I took my vitamins. I turned back.
I think you looked great.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it scared some people, I think.
Who was that calling us nerds? What in the?
Yeah. But it was honestly, I had a pretty, I had a busy week. I had to work. Had to be a little busy of a week, but I picked up some cool stuff. I'll show that stuff off real quick before we get rolling.
Please let's see what you got, buddy.
I got this Pooh Bear variant, the Deadpool Pooh Bear variant, Eric Basaluda cover or Ebas. Yep.
I find that very offensive.
Too bad. I'm gonna offend a lot of people.
I would like you to be canceled for that male gaze.
Yeah. Male gaze, dude. You should see the other cover he did. It's even worse than this one. I picked up Gun Honey 2.
Nice.
How was the first one?
Really like it. James Bond-esque.
I've heard some people say it's real good. So
yeah.
I might have to
and then Purgatory issue 1 of a new series. That's been really good. I got Fighter Girls issue 4, so one more issue, and it's going to be the last one. Been enjoying this one.
I love Frank Cho, but I have a serious problem with the anatomy on that cover. What is going on with the under her knees?
Oh yeah.
It is absurdly short. It's like I'm running out of cover. I'm just going to make her calves as small as possible and just attach the feet on the bottom.
But it looks like it can't even support the top half of her.
Weird.
Yeah,
I saw that cover, and Frank Cho is usually really good with anatomy, and he really draws women exceptionally well. But when I saw that cover, I'm like, what is going on under her knees?
Actually, I should check that see if Frazetta Museum's in here again.
Because kick my butt, I can guarantee it.
Because you remember the last time I looked in here, yeah. Oh no, it's actually another. Okay, good. So they only needed one issue.
Nice. So look at that Dark Knight ripoff advertisement.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta rip off the good stuff.
Yeah,
you gotta rip off the good stuff so the other stuff can get.
What's going on with that T-shirt you're wearing, Jeff?
Is
that Zombie Turtle?
No, it's Donatello actually eating Krang. If you look at it, it's actually Krang.
Oh my lord! Okay.
Yeah.
Is he a zombie then?
I think so. I think that's what it was.
He looks zombie-esque.
I got this from like MegaCon, like 2000 and not 19, but it was 2018, I think, when I got that, or TampaCon. I don't remember which con I got it from, but but it's a discontinued T-shirt, so I haven't seen it ever since.
Nice. So discontinued from the parking lot. You got it in.
Pretty much. Yeah. And then I got this what is it? Vampirverse.
What does that say? Dara?
I think Dara or Death or something like that. I think that was supposed to be a T or R, maybe. Or maybe maybe. Hold on. Let me see.
Can't you see through that cover?
I can. No, I can't. I'm just saying. I want to see if it's the what I think it is, like the artist's name or something. Maybe.
That's a pretty.
Yeah. It is. It's the artist's name. Yeah.
Wow. That's the biggest masthead for a name I've ever seen.
I mean, that's bigger than Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like that's what it looks like. It looks like it's the artist's name. It looks like.
That's.
And then I picked this one up. I haven't got a chance to read it yet, but the cover kind of enticed me.
That's a Glenn Danzig book.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is that a new book or an old book?
I think it's a new one.
Really?
Yeah, I think either it's a new one or it's a reprint of his old stuff. It could be either or.
Nice.
I want to say it's new because it's Revenge instead of Returns or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I picked up the Red Sonja, black, white, and red. Since it's a Perillo cover.
That's gonna hurt her tongue.
A little bit.
Yeah. That's why. That's what all that blood's on her tongue and on the blade. That's from her tongue. That's not from her stabbing somebody. And Never, the twist on Neverland or Neverland, pretty much, like a Peter Pan type stuff.
I mean, is it Zenescope?
No, it's not It's not Zenescope actually. It's another company. But
well, I do that.
I ordered I ordered Zenescope. I ordered a Zenescope cover. Big Trouble in Little China's cover.
Oh, I
didn't know refrigerator full of heads.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Basket full of heads. It's by Joe Hill. So they finally transferred it to the fridge. They finally put all those heads in the fridge. It started in a
duffel bag, as I recall.
No, it started off in a duffel bag, and then it started off in a basket, and now it's in the fridge. Yeah, they finally got the heads in the fridge, and then I picked up.
Well, they stay fresher that way.
Yeah. So I picked up Curse of Dracula issue 1. I mean, this was in my box for a little while.
Is that a cover? Is that a Turner-Shock or Alterna-Shock? What's the name of the company?
Source Point Press. Our friends from not Something's Killing the Children. Curse of what was it? Curse of
Damned Cursed Children.
Damn Cursed Children. That's what it is. Yeah, the same guys that did that one, the same company that did that one, did this one. But that's pretty much what I picked up, and don't got much else. But haven't got a chance to read most of it. But I read Purgatory. Purgatory looks interesting. But I still got to read Fighter Girls. But and then this one I still got to.
It's Verotica from Glenn Danzig.
Verotica. Yeah.
Mulder.
Did you guys pick anything up, or were you guys busy this week? Or were you playing frisbee golf or disc golf?
Well, yeah, of course I did that. But I have a box of comics over here that way back in the day. I'm going to do a video, so we can't show them today because I want to do it fresh for the video. It's a box of comics that I gave my great nieces and great nephews about 12 years ago.
And they gave it back.
They clearly didn't want them because they were in my brother's garage the entire time. It looks like about half of them are gone. So I'm going to do a video just to see what's in there. And I'm going to be surprised
141 in there
when I do that. Because I'm sure some of them were from a box that I bought probably 20 some years ago for like 50 cents. It's like
might have something valuable in there.
Yeah. You might have something good in there.
I'm saying there's a chance. So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then I know Anthony ended up meeting up with some cool person for coffee.
I'll show him off.
Well, no, he didn't meet me.
You're semi cool in wherever you're at.
Wow, the utter.
So I always on the show and on my show I always bring up a independent publisher creator named Tim Tyler. Tim Tyler is like the OG outlaw comic indie publisher from the late 80s, early 90s. To his credit, he helped discover the artist Tim Vigil, who, when he was doing Grips, and he helped connect him with North Star Press to do Faust in the early 90s. He helped actually get Razor published by Everett Hartsoe. In fact, that's the first thing I'll show off. This is an edition of Razor 1.
That's really nice.
Printed by Fathom Press, not to be confused with Michael Turner's company, but Fathom, way back when, Fathom Press was a publisher, a company like mine, like my indie publisher, run by Tim Tyler out of North Carolina. And Tim met me for coffee and conversation We wound up talking for over 4 hours to the dismay of the Dunkin' Donuts where we were at. Because we sat there for 4 hours and only drank one large cup of coffee. Anyway, so this actual comic is signed by Everett Hartsoe, the creator, writer, artist of Razor. And Tim Tyler signed this because he actually inked this book.
Oh, that's really cool.
He inked this cover and he published it for Everett Hartsoe. And this, by the way, is one of a limited edition with a certificate of authenticity. And in the
print, it looks like.
And in the back, there's a black and white print. This was 942 out of 3,000. So only 3,000 copies were made. And Everett Hartsoe has a print that came with this book.
That
really
is
cool.
Also by Fathom Press. I showed this a week ago because I got it at an antique show, the Ravage, and as you can see, Tim signed it for me. And then another Razor uncut comic from my collection that I had. Nice. This is also inked by Tim Tyler.
That is sweet.
And I had it signed. He also gave me this. This was like a little fanzine that he did called Hades for Rat House Comics, which is his new company. He gave me this. It's really just a print of his character called Devil Jack.
Nice.
And during the mid-90s, he published 5 or 6 issues of Devil Jack, and he collected it in this nice book. Comes with a print, little sticker. And cool. Devil Jack, I'll let you get a glimpse of some of the artwork inside. You know, it's black and white. Very nice. Very much the ilk of my stuff. Bad girl stuff. Nice detail. Tim Tyler, as I said, did this in 93, 94. It's very, believe it or not, it's very much tropey like Oh My God. There's a lot of devils and angels and demons and stuff, but also very much like Witchblade. And by the way, Devil Jack in the 90s came out 2 weeks before Witchblade did. So
that's pretty funny.
And then he has another book called The Psycho Tiger.
I don't know what's going on there, but title alone, I would buy it.
Yeah.
Evil Fears, The Psycho Tiger. Psycho Tiger is a tiger dude and does karate and beats people up. And
I am all about that.
There's a lot of kung fu.
That's cool.
And then
awesome.
He actually gave me this that has no relation and actually is very scary. It's Action Bunny cover poster book. It's bizarre to say the least. But he did a couple of ink jobs in here. He inked some of the pages in here and some of these pinups.
Oh, that's cool.
But and a little later, I'm going to do a reveal. I'm going to show you how this OG outlaw comic indie creator from the early 90s, he really digs Vampirella, and he's contributing something to my next campaign. So I'll show
that. Very nice. In a little bit. Yep. Very nice. All right. Our other esteemed co-host is in the building right now. So
he is. Santa?
Yeah, is it Tori?
No, it's a random.
Cool.
I mean, yay.
It's just me.
Woo-hoo.
Isn't that a little early to be wearing a Santa hat? We're not even through Halloween yet.
I mean,
all right. Have you organized all those books that you're going to be aren't you going to be at a little show?
Not yet. Not yet. It's going to be crunching down to the last minute.
Why am I shocked?
Why am I shocked?
And one more thing. Hey, I want to show this off.
Ooh,
Tim Tyler also has a new group called The Dead Crew.
Ooh.
And this is like a little folder with his new characters. Here is Super Frankenstein 41.
Oh, that's cool.
Frankenstein who kills Nazis. a character called the Dead King.
Oh, that's cool.
A character called Pagion. She's some mystical person. And then the character that I was telling you about that was from the 90s, Deviljack. And he was kind enough to give me, I framed this, but it's a Fiends poster, which is his book.
Right.
And it was done by legendary Faust artist Tim Vigil. Because Tim Tyler got Tim Vigil into the comic book industry, Tim Vigil provides him endless amounts of covers and pinups for all his books. So,
that's really cool.
Sorry to interrupt. I just saw that sitting here and I realized I forgot to show it off.
All right, that's cool. But pretty much, so there's gonna be a Halloween show on Sunday, right? It's on a Sunday, Randall. Correct? It's on Sunday.
You're talking about the convention, yeah. The Brandon Comic Fan Fair. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah. So so it's going to be there, and then it's on actually on Halloween, huh?
Yep, it's on Halloween day on Sunday.
Okay. And then Simply, did you pick up anything? Did you guys, both of you guys, did you guys pick up anything this week?
I mean, I already told you what I got. Simply?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you pick up anything this week, or did you work all week?
Me or Simply?
No, both. Either or. If you
I told you what I got.
Daryl's
you go first.
Daryl's holding it off. But did you pick up anything, Randall, this week?
Me or Simply?
You. I'm tired of saying you. Did you pick up anything?
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Who's on first?
I did not change my name at no point.
Okay. No, I haven't even picked up this week's books yet. I'm gonna have to go do that tomorrow. Had some plans. Had some, I had a friend that came. She's visiting from Arizona, and so a whole group of us, because we all went to school together. We went out drinking Friday.
I heard. So, I saw on your Facebook. You shouldn't have drank before you went to work.
It hurts. Never again. Never again. I'm going to be like, I'll
you said that the first. You said that before, and it happened again. So
yeah.
But you're not the young spruce person that you used to be. Okay, so you can't do that no more.
I know, it's mine, right? It's the fear killer. No, but I did get this in the mail. This is in my top 3 now. Top 3 comics.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
And easily in the top 3.
Well, you can't mention his name, because every time we mention a movie star's name, the next week it either passes away. So you can't mention the person's name.
At least we weren't talking about Alec Baldwin last week.
Yeah. I already got his signature, so what happens.
Wow.
Alec Baldwin?
Wow.
You got Alec Baldwin's signature?
No.
Because
are you ready?
I think you have a good shot of that.
Making bigger.
Yeah, I am.
So I ended up spending probably in total about $550 for this.
Jesus.
Here we go. CGC 9.8 graded.
Just for that?
This is my Action Comics 1000, signed by Gene Hackman, Lex Luthor.
So what was Hackman's prices? What was Hackman charging for a signature, anyways?
So it was like $200. I'm gonna keep this up because this is beautiful looking.
You need a stand. That's what you need. You need a stand right next to you.
So it was $200 per signature.
Okay.
So in order for him to write Lex Luthor, it was the equivalent of basically paying him to sign the book twice. So it was $200 for him to write his. It was $200 for him to sign his name, and another $200 for him to write Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then getting it sent off to CGC, shipping costs, and so I've had to pay shipping costs twice. And the way it works is he mails it out to CGC. So when CGC mails it back to him, that's shipping cost number 1. Shipping cost number 2 was him
shipping it back to you.
His business to me. You know, so I basically had to pay like double in shipping, which is fine. Like,
Yeah, I would have been fine with that. I would have I would have told her, hey, charge me once for one flat shipping. You know what
yeah,
I mean? So
yeah.
you wouldn't have
I
to
mean,
get a hit twice.
but truth be told, I'm glad that it came back in 98. I'm glad it wasn't manhandled because sometimes celebrities or people who are doing the signings, they don't care what condition your book is in. They'll just like grab it and just like sign it, like boom, there you go, it's done. Get out of my face,
Right.
And so, but yeah, I mean, and then because I was told that chances were that was going to be his last signing, and then I just found out that they're going to do another signing, but it's going to be even more limited. So it's more along the lines of, we're accepting, if you want to get something signed by Gene, we're accepting right now. And then once we have the full amount filled up, that's it. We'll notify everyone that the signing option is closed.
Are you getting Robert Downey's and all the other ones?
No, I'm gonna wait. I'm a big Superman. The next signature I would like to get for the Superman book would be Terrence Stamp, who played General Zod.
Well, don't mention him too much because you haven't got the signature yet.
That's true. I fucked up already.
Yeah, you messed up the last time. You mentioned Jimmy, and then Jimmy passed away. No. You mentioned his Gene Hackman's lackey, and he passed away.
Yeah. I mentioned Otis.
Ned Beatty.
Yeah.
That would have been so nice to have Otis signing on that book.
But like I said, you mentioned him last time, and look what happened.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
We can't mention him on Extreme Nerd Table. Extreme death happens.
I mean, I'm gonna wait another couple weeks to find out.
Yeah.
Until I'm confident. Like if by some miracle I make like $2,000 at this, small con. If I make like $2,000,
be positive, man. You'll make the money as long as you have books to sell.
I just don't like to sit up high expectations because I'm gonna walk away.
I mean, you gotta take more than like 8 books because I don't know if you're gonna have that many ready by then.
Well, I mean, the thing too is people do like variety, and like I don't really have a lot of Marvel books. It's going to be mostly DC. So like, how many people are going to show up there and wanting to drop $2,000 on like DC books?
How do you don't know that for sure, man? You never know.
Right,
that's why you doubt it.
Possible,
when you doubt stuff, that's what happens.
There might be like a really rich guy or a person that's like, you know what? You're a very friendly person. You're a nice guy. I really don't want all these books, but I'll buy them to support you.
Which table are they at?
No, because I know it's not only you. It's gonna be Ybor City Comics gonna be there. Yeah. It's a bunch of people are gonna be there. The main reason I want to go is I hardly get to see Ybor's books, so it'd be nice to actually just go to see Ybor's books, your books, because it's rarely.
Well, I mean, it's cheap to go in. It's $5. You know that there's going to be, because there's so many different comic book retailers there. There's going to be all kinds of deals. You know, because the more I think about it, I'm like, oh, I might do this, I might do that, but I'm like, you know what? Compared to my stock, compared to what these guys are going to bring, my stuff's not going to look that enticing.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not. I don't think they're going to bring. I don't think they're going to bring much. If space is limited, I don't think they're going to bring a hell of a lot. You know what I mean?
Plus, you know what? My name is Blank Variant Comics, so I am going to have to make sure to bring my blank covers with me. So
yeah.
Yeah, I have like 2 short.
And you still owe somebody a Blank Variant cover, don't you? And he's sitting right next to you,
trying to get with me and give me his information. And
he gave you his information. You don't even want to accept his information on Facebook.
What are you talking about? He hasn't contacted me on Facebook.
Said when you get it, send me a message on Instagram and we'll get it straight. I mean, like 2 decades.
Still haven't done that yet. He's been waiting 2 years for it.
I think your exact words were, "Let me know, man. Let me know."
And you haven't let him know yet.
And I have let you know. I've told you on here.
No, but he told you to tell him on Instagram.
I ball in your court, so I was waiting for you to give me your details.
The last thing you told me was, "I haven't." How am I going to ship you books if I don't have your address? When I find it.
I told you I have it. I told you I found it.
All right. So what's going on with Anthony's thing
If you show up at that comic fair, he'll have it for you. Anyway, what time is that comic fair this weekend? Oh, it's on Halloween or Devil's Night?
Yeah, it's on Halloween, October 31st. It's 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
All right. Simply Incredible's left because he can't stand the tension anymore. So now I'm not going to show what I got coming on yet. We're going to talk about some comic news. I mean,
Alec Baldwin.
They're running out of paper.
Yeah.
Poor, Simply Incredible was very distraught that Spawn Gunslinger couldn't come out this week because
I gotta find
ran out of paper for variant covers. We got all kinds of great, crazy stuff going on, but you know what? Alec Baldwin apparently doesn't know that prop guns can have stuff in them. I don't know how that happens in 2021.
Because he played with the prop gun, huh?
And after coming out as bisexual, Superman comic sees unprecedented sales. And guess who reported that? Tom Taylor. Again, Tom Taylor apparently is the president of DC Comics. Due to popular demand, he tweeted October 21st, every single issue of Superman, Son of Kal-El is being reprinted, and DC Comics has reported unprecedented orders for issue number 5. And then he says how it started / how it's going. He goes ahead and prints 1 million hate messages on Twitter about DC is failing, go woke, go broke. And then he shows his statement about sales. Again, I don't care how many LGBTQ plus 1, 2, 3 characters are introduced, are created, are converted. Tom Taylor, I'm going to say it again, not only does he wear my kind of hat, but he's a prick because he just every day he keeps poking bears.
Yeah.
And saying, look at how virtuous I am. But you know what? I've seen some reviews of some issues he's done, and people say his comics that he's doing, at least on Superman, Son of Kal-El, are pretty sucky. Nightwing, on the other hand, doing very well. I don't care one way or the other. I think DC is out of their fucking minds.
Mm-hmm. Like they were in the 90s.
And I think
for Superman type stuff.
I think they're sacrificing good storytelling for this sensationalism that is going to get a lot of Twitter likes and some maybe increased sales, but then it's going to flounder off, just like Batman and Catwoman's wedding, just like everything else. It's all built around these sensational moments, and I think there's no long game for making
they copied from the 90s.
I don't think there's a long game for making quality books.
Nope,
and you know what? I will say one thing, and and this is not a negative take on the comic book industry. Again, like I said, though, write good stories and get people of all age groups, all these generational gaps, get them interested in reading comics. I saw one political pundit, a guy named Chuck Dixon, who, yes, is a very controversial, conservative, whatever. But Chuck Dixon's a good writer. He's created a lot of great stories. He said, and I quote, not verbatim, but paraphrasing. He said, isn't it funny that we live in a time where comic book heroes are more popular than they've ever been in the history of the world, yet the comic book industry doesn't know how to make comics that have quality and that sell by themselves. And again, we've talked about video games and disc golf and movies and streaming and everything that prevents new readers. Right. I'm not talking about that. When you decide to go away from fossil fuel driven engines, combustible engines, and you make everything Ford, Chevy, you know, every company makes electric cars. That's great for the people that want electric cars, but all those people that bought combustible muscle cars all those years, they're still alive. They still have money. They still love those cars / comic books. Make something for them. Big Two, Image even. Make something for them, or they're all going to go away. They're still going to see movies. They're still going to watch your Hawkeye TV show. They're still going to do Arrow won't, but people will. But they're not going to go buy your paper products. Maybe you don't care, but people that love comics
and well, we better be grateful for having comics in general. Paper running low, man. Like you said, paper's running low. Because I went to go grab some modern Mylars. They haven't got Mylars in 3 months. The shop hasn't got the Mylars. The shop
I can understand how you're saying, you know, be careful about paper, and then you mentioned a Mylar.
Mm-hmm.
The paper Mylars are selling like hotcakes.
I'm just saying, paper in general and our supplies are running low. You know what I mean? It's hard to find anything that's, you know, higher quality, like a Mylar bag, or, you know what I mean? It's harder to, unless you order it online. So
yeah, there's a lot of inconvenience going on right now, and it's probably going to be like that for who knows how long, 2-3 years, you know.
For a little while. Since it's gonna be like that for a little while, since we shut down for a little bit, like everywhere the whole world shut down for a little bit, you know. So it's gonna be like that for a little bit.
You never know. It could shut down again. You never know. You know, it's like it's always best to be prepared. It's always best to, you know. That's why when I go get my supplies now, what I try to do now is instead of waiting until I'm starting to run low, now I wait until, like, you know, I at least, you know, half my supplies are gone. If half of it's gone, then I'm going to start getting the head start on getting more. And once I start making some more money, I'll even buy extra. I'll even buy even more, because you never know. Like, prices could go up. I mean, we're probably going to see an extremely huge inflation in the next 5 years. I think, you know, like right now everything jumped up, but guess what? It could jump up again next year.
One question. One question now is: do you guys think the prices of comics are going to go up?
They have to.
Yeah, since it's going to be paper shortages and stuff like that. So now it's gonna. You think they're going to really push hard for everybody to go digital? Do you think?
I don't.
I don't want to, but you think they going to really push hard for it?
It really depends on the people, right? Because we really have like a wide variety of people that collect comics, and there's really several ways to get comics. You can get them digitally, you can get them physically, you can get them graphic novels, you know. So like, there's options that are out there. There's people that are finding that they're downloading them for free and they're reading them online, you know.
Well, that doesn't sound right.
So, and then you have the services where you can, you know, go to like Marvel Unlimited, or you can go to DC Infinite, and you can go there and, you know, pay like, you know, like Netflix. You pay a certain amount of money per month, and you can read as many of the books as you want. You know,
I wish half of them were. I wish what was it? The one that Amazon's running now. I wish that one was like that, where you could pay one fee and actually just read everything on their thing. But you have to pay Comixology, yeah, you have to pay one fee and then pay. And then you have to pay the $3.99 for the
then they're doing the Comixology, what's it called? The exclusives, where they're digital only. And I think I saw something like they promoted recently, Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. They're putting out a series. So if you go through Comixology, you can read it.
Yeah,
I'm not crazy about this series. I'm not going to do it. You know.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a slasher series or something like that.
I prefer the comic in my hand. You know. Now, if they were like, well, you know, we won't release single issues, we'll release it as original graphic novel, I'm open to doing that as well. I'm open to getting a graphic novel and reading it in hand. But I still prefer to get the single issues, you know. So that's how I've always read them, you know. And now, if there's like, you know, what's funny too is like sometimes when you collect books, you know, especially when you collect a lot, you know, your boxes stack up, so you're like, oh, where did I put those issues? So like, you know, not deceased. What's the Dark Knight's Metal? So when Dark Knight's Metal came out, I got every one of the issues. Right, I probably picked up 2 of each cover, and so the funny thing is, like, I wanted to read it, didn't get around to reading it. So what did I do? I ordered the graphic novel. So I read the graphic novel, even though I already have the issues and I could have read it. So like people will do that because it's convenient. Like I really want to read the story, but I don't want to go through 20 short boxes and organize my collection and try to find, you know what? Just had an idea.
Why don't you just throw
Obviously,
your
it
money
wouldn't work for the poor people.
Yeah. You could just organize the comics, but
for like the people who have money, the middle class people, the rich people, they're like, you know what? I don't have time to organize my collection. Hey, how about hiring a company? How about hiring these guys to go to your house, organize your books for you?
Man, you be missing big books, man. What are you talking about, man? If you had a big book in the box, you'll be missing one.
Reno just got an ASM1.
Yeah. How did he get the ASM1? He went to go sort this guy's collection and took it.
We all know that those types of books would not be sitting in short boxes or long boxes in a person's collection.
I disagree with that.
I disagree with that one too. You never know a hoarder person.
You don't think that it's going to be like locked up in a vault or a safe or hanging up on the wall.
Some people don't trust
safes. It's going to be in a short box with a bunch of other Spider-Man books.
Yeah, some people don't trust them.
All of my books are with the other books. I don't like go to a.
Oh, so you have an Amazing Spider-Man #1?
Yes, he does.
I've got 3 of them, but it's neither here nor there.
They're written by Dan Slott.
Yeah.
Oh, those ones. Yeah.
They're up there. They're
Nick Spencer wrote them.
Right, it's actually right up there. I've got the variant with the.
So what do you guys think, Anthony and
you heard that, right? Alec Baldwin cover.
Yeah. What do you guys think about this? Since Anthony brought up paper shortage, you think comics are going to go up in a couple of years, or at least a month from now, 2 months from now?
They have to. I mean, inflation has exploded. With all the money that's going out there for free, and all these businesses are having to pay taxes, and then you have people in Congress or somewhere going, I can't believe that these businesses are raising prices, even though we're raising their taxes. I'm like, how ignorant. Of course they're going to raise their prices.
Right.
All that stimulus money they gave us.
Yeah, it's going back.
Coming back in inflation.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's pay people $15 an hour. Nothing's going to go up.
I partially agree, but this is where I'm going to disagree with you guys on.
You're wrong, but thank you.
Whether the government gave the people money or no money, we still would have got inflation. And the reason we get inflation, in my opinion,
a much slower rate, though.
Corporate businesses, when they take a loss, how do they make up for that loss? You raise the prices so your profits are larger. So that's what they're going to do. All it takes is several big corporations to all agree, hey, we're going to raise our prices at the same time. So if we do it, it'll be like a chain reaction. They do it, a whole bunch of other people are going to do it. Everyone's going to do it, and then these will be the normal prices. So like when everything was shut down, all these businesses and corporations, they lost a lot of money.
Well, a lot of people are hiring it right now too, and everybody's hiring, not just one company. Every company's hiring.
Yeah, somebody posted an article. There's a man. There is a man that applied for 60 jobs. He applied for 60 positions at all these jobs, and even though that they're promoting that they're hiring, not one of them hired him. So he thinks that, this whole like. These companies are saying, oh, well, we're not able to hire anybody. From his point of view, from the suggestion that he is trying to make is that it's all lies. These corporations, they're acting like they're not able to get people when in fact they're refusing to hire people, and then they go to the news and they say, hey, we're not able to get people, nobody wants to work. So
that's why they work the older workers to the bone now. Because of it.
Yeah.
Look, the trucking industry is suffering right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I have friends of mine who are in the trucking industry. There's a lot of people that are quitting driving trucks. That's going to be a supply problem on top of all the boats that are on the California shore. My sister lives in Irvine, California. Okay. She's paying almost $8 a gallon for gas right now. Okay. $8 a gallon.
Right.
Okay. In Florida, I'm filling my gas tank. It's costing me what, $3.35, $3.40.
Right.
Imagine in California with the traffic and the rush hour on the highways, paying $8 a gallon for gas. She also tells me from where she lives, you go out to the beach or the ocean, you could see the fucking cargo ships just sitting out there.
That's not good, man.
Sitting out there. That's scary shit, because what's going to happen is we're not going to feel that now. We're going to feel it 3 months from now. And then 6 months from now. It's going to be a relative shortage of shit.
Right.
And it's sad. And those little hit pieces about, oh, I went and applied for 60 jobs. Well, you know, that's a clickbait scenario on that feature also. So we gotta debate what's real and what's not real. But what's real is that industries like, you know, we don't have to be economists to know. Yeah, if companies are hurting, they're going to raise their money. They're going to raise their cost of everything that they produce, and that's going to happen. You know, comics might not go up to $6, $7 today, but they will a year from now.
Right.
I don't think digital is a solution because they don't make money from digital.
Right.
You know, you gotta sell a lot of digital subscriptions to this and that to get money back. And you know how that goes. I don't know about you guys, but about all the digital subscriptions I pay for, I literally only pay for one. Everyone else is relatives of mine who I get my shit from. Right. So you know, it is what it is. But my point is that what the fuck is Alec Baldwin doing shooting someone shooting a person and killing somebody and shooting someone else?
Right. What was it?
2021. This happens. Come on.
Was it on a movie? Was it on one of his movies? Oh, yeah. I saw the article. I saw an article. I just wasn't sure what it was. I thought it got canceled. That's what I thought.
No. One person that's worked on movie sets and is familiar with how that whole situation operates and works. There's a guy, I think he's referred to, or not guy, but person's referred to as the props master. So the props master is to make sure like everything's organized, everything's set up, everything is safe. And then I saw an article recently saying that apparently the assistant director has a history of working on disorganized sets, working with, not things not running smooth. And so it could be a combination of the assistant director plus the props master screwing up. And then Alec Baldwin thinking that he had a fake gun or at least a gun with fake ammunition. And it turns out that it's a live round and then it goes off.
So he killed two. So he killed two people with that?
I think there's more to the story. Okay. Because I want to know why the gun was aimed at the director of photography and the director himself. All I know is there's a mother of 42. A mother. She's 42 years old. She has several kids, married. She has a very promising career. She worked on a lot of movies. She's dead. And the actual director of the film was sent to the hospital with a gunshot wound too. So I think I'm not going to be a rumor starter or anything else, but it seems like a very fishy story. Yeah. It's not like Brandon Lee, where it's a scene in the movie and someone shoots him in the scene and it's like a live round. Why was the gun being pointed at the director of photography?
Right.
Well, what makes you assume that, because everyone so far has said that it's an accident. So what makes you think that he was pointing the gun directly at them when he could have been holding the gun and then just nonchalant, holding it and then decided to, accidentally pull the trigger and it just fires in whatever direction it was. And it just so happens the person is standing in that direction. I mean, that's
like Anthony was saying, how did it hit? the photography and
Unless it was
other,
a shot, where you have a POV.
right?
Where here's the gun.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
Maybe.
with such an important thing like that, you would think that would be double, triple, quadruple checked. I don't know. I wasn't on the set, but and they say it was an accident. But I've seen things swirling around in the news that is still unclear.
Mm-hmm.
And
they're going to do an investigation for sure.
Alec Baldwin is not the most relaxed gentleman in the world. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I did see a funny meme today. A lot of people on Facebook were posting, they were marking themselves safe from Alec Baldwin, which is very insensitive to the victims, but funny nonetheless.
Right.
No, yeah, I agree.
Yep. And then how many times did you watch Dune so far, Randall?
So technically,
none.
Once.
The answer is once, but it's also twice.
Well, 3 times a lady.
3, yeah.
You tell him, Lionel.
So I watched the original Dune, the first one from David Lynch. I watched that last night, and then I watched today the new one. So when you say how many times have you seen Dune, technically, because I watched 2 different ones, it's considered twice, technically, but. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm so happy that I watched the original Dune film because I definitely feel like I would have been lost in this new one. I joked about it last night, but it was really helpful for the movie, for the plot, to understand, what was going through the characters' minds and what they were going for. So like their inner dialogue essentially was it was them whispering, but it was their inner dialogue, their thoughts of what was going on, transpiring in the original film. So they don't do that in this new film. So you have no clue what they're thinking. You have no clue, So like you have to take.
Don't spoil it for everybody if they haven't seen it yet.
I'm just saying you have to take face value of what's transpiring in the film. And if you're not familiar with the characters, if you're not familiar with the film or the plot, you almost feel like you could get lost. Like I think to the average person, there was a young couple, and I don't want to like profile, but they were there. They made it through 30 minutes of the movie, and then they just got up and walked out. Like, I think that they were primarily there because they wanted to see Zendaya, and you really don't see her much, So I think they were just like, enough of this, we're out of here, But like, yeah, it's just one of those, like, I enjoyed the film. I think the director did a good job. I think I love when directors go out of their way to adapt a film. And like they try to make it as close to the source material. I really, really respect that because in my opinion, that's a difficult thing to do. So it's like, but yeah, no, I mean, parts of the movie dragged, because I mean, this whole first film, and what's funny too is they don't promote this. I haven't seen them promote this on the commercials, but when you go see the movie and the title of the film pops up, right underneath it says part 1, so like I think it immediately lets the audience know right away, like, oh, there's going to be another one, there's like this is an incomplete film, almost like what they did with the Matrix, right? When they did Matrix 2, Matrix 3, and then the way Matrix 2 ended, it was like to be continued. Like I remember hearing groans from a few people in the audience when that happened, but there was no like to be continued on this film. That was obvious because right from the get-go in the beginning it says part 1. But like it's got an amazing cast, great acting, solid action. I enjoyed the action. I wish there was more of it. This film essentially is just a huge setup for, I don't know if they're going to do a trilogy. I think it's supposed to be just 2 films. But knowing Warner Brothers, depending on how well the film does in the box office, Warner Brothers might turn around and make the 3rd film. But then it'll be up to the director if he wants to do that. So if the director is very like hardcore, like no, it has to be done like this, then
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the director Dennis, he doesn't seem like that type of person. Like, I don't think he's really that motivated.
Oh,
by
no director is that type of person until they
No,
see
I
how much
meant-
money that movie
I
makes.
meant the movie has to make money for there to be a number 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, honestly,
For it to be
I
a
wouldn't
number
be
2.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he's already filmed most of the footage for part 2. So that way, the budget for the second film won't be as much as the first film because he already probably has like a third of it already directed. Because they show some fight scenes, but it's like a vision into the future. So it's like that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to see in the second film.
For Daryl, the film was like a bottle of NyQuil.
It worked
Yeah,
great.
he fell asleep at
Great.
46. Was it 46 minutes in, or was it 40
Like
minutes
45
in?
minutes in. I watched it 45 minutes twice. Out like a light.
Maybe
Have
I
you
need to
seen the
watch it
original
when I need to
Out
go.
cold.
Maybe I need to
I
watch
saw
it
the
if I
original
need to go to
a
bed.
very long time ago.
You saw the original?
Yeah, very long time ago. Yeah,
Did you fall asleep too?
probably. That was a long time ago.
Oh, so
When I saw the original,
But then you already
I went-
knew. You already
I
knew
went
you were
and
going
saw-
to be taking a nice little nap when you go
I
when
went-
you go see this movie.
I went and saw the original the night it opened. And
Is
I
there
walked,
a movie in history that you did not watch the night it opened?
not classic movies. No, I went there the night it
It was
opened.
like Casablanca. I was there the night.
Nope.
it opened.
No. 80s,
I was there.
80s,
I was
80s
only
and 90
negative 4
films.
years old, but I was there.
80s and 90 films, 80s and 90s films. I was a big cinephile, and I used to go to the movies all the time. And I did see it the weekend it opened. And when I walked out, I had no fucking idea what I watched. I was like, I have no idea what it's about. I have no idea what I watched.
That's probably what the young couple had.
I had
The young
no
couple.
fucking clue. And I'm
The
like,
thing that
I
stands
saw Sting in a diaper and a big fat guy and people whispering, and they all had nose plugs because they couldn't hold their nose at the Y. And I just didn't understand what was going on. It was a big fucking. It was like it's Twin Peaks, and it's fucked up, and I have no idea what's going on.
Well,
And
wait,
that's
Twin
pretty hot
Peaks
take.
hadn't even come out yet, though, right?
I don't know, but David Lynch had done a lot of weird movies at that point, so
Okay.
I knew it was going to be weird, and it was weird. And again, not reading the book, I had no fucking clue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah,
I
that's
felt
what that's what G-Man said too. You might want to read the book before going to
I
watch
don't
any
need to
of
see
it.
the book.
That's a bit
David
much.
Lynch's film kind of just gave me everything I needed.
I
Even though,
hate-
like,
I hate reading the book because then I'm comparing it to the book.
Yeah,
Well,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
movie is
Yeah.
never as good as the book. That's just how life works.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone go, "Man, I read the book; it sucked compared to the movie." I've never heard that.
Well, the only thing that I thought was interesting was Nosferatu by Joe Hill. That was a little interesting because they turned like you guys said, reading the book, and then they turned stuff around a little bit around, like
the TV
there's
show.
certain there's certain parts they turned around, like certain characters that they create. They didn't certain characters were supposed to be in certain areas, and then they just like flipped it around and made them different characters, pretty much.
One thing
Read
I did
that
notice in
note
the
and then
credits
watch the
for,
anime, the
Dune.
animated series. Totally different thing.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
So
mhm.
one thing I noticed in Dune in the credits was that he was giving thanks to like a group of people, and two of the people that he was giving thanks to was Brian K. Vaughan
Mm,
and Guillermo del Toro.
that's
So I
interesting.
was just like, I was like intrigued by that. Like, I wonder like how much.
Probably his inspiration, those people. That's all.
You're my
Oh,
inspiration.
okay.
So
I
he
mean,
probably
who knows?
read
Maybe they give
Saga.
him
The guy probably
tribute.
read Saga.
He likes Brian, or maybe his friend. And as far as Guillermo,
Yeah,
iconic filmmaker, so he probably just liked it. You know,
yeah.
maybe
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
a buddy
he-
of mine says it's because they worked with Legendary, and
The
so of course
Worms.
Legendary helped produce and make this movie. I believe. I don't remember seeing their credits.
maybe
Oh,
it's just
put
the
in-
worms, maybe the creatures. Maybe he was inspired
Yeah.
to make creatures like Guillermo does.
But I mean, I'm
Was
so
Ron
happy. I
Perlman in the
saw,
movie?
huh?
Was Ron Perlman in the movie?
Yeah, he was the worm.
Cool.
No,
He was doing
it's
Dorn.
but I'm glad I saw. Like I said, I'm glad I saw the David Lynch film because
Mhm.
I had something to compare it to. So like when I saw certain scenes and stuff coming up, like I wasn't surprised, you know. But at the same time, I'm like, it was easier for me to follow the movie, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if people who haven't seen the original movie, never read the books, they go into that movie blind, and they're just going to be like, what the hell am I looking at here? You know, like
Did you go with anybody?
no.
Okay, so I could just envision you be like, oh, let me tell you what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
No, I do not like
You're
talking
gonna
during
dig
movies.
this.
I do not like. I like to be completely focused on the film.
And that's why I watch movies at home.
Well, I showed Malignant to my roommates today, so that was pretty
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Yeah, they enjoyed it. So
The problem I have with watching movies at home is that I have too many distractions. So
No.
when I get distracted too many times while watching a movie, I lose focus in the movie, and then when I lose focus on the movie, it's like I don't give a shit at that point. I'm like, this is just killing time. This isn't a movie that I'm going to sit down and enjoy and appreciate. This is just something that's killing my time right now. You know, so that's why when every time I'm in the movie
you got
theater,
people walking around, you got people eating, you got people making noise during the movie, you got people staring at their phones. It's just like
you got people getting nookie.
one that doesn't always happen. You know, I would say maybe 1 out of 4 times on average that might happen.
I mean, it's the vast majority of the time around here.
Yeah.
Well, you see,
me, I've learned because I used to be that guy where I wanted to sit in the middle row, in the middle of the theater, and have like the perfect spot. But like you said, people talk, people do this. So one thing I learned over the years that really bugs the shit out of me is that if someone's behind me and they're whispering or talking, you know, it's like that really pisses me off, and it distracts me from the film, and I get annoyed. So now what I do is I sit all the way in the back of the theater. So I have no one behind me talking. I only have people on my left and right talking. You know, there was like these group of kids during the Bond film. They were like a few rows in front of me to my left, and they were just constantly making noises. You know, but thankfully they were like far away that it didn't bother me that much. It definitely bothered the people to my left. But you know, eventually they got up and they left. Like halfway through the movie, they finally stopped, you know. But yeah, but had I been the person in front of those kids and I kept hearing them talk behind my back,
he would have been the old man. No, he would have been the old man throwing stuff at him.
It's in front of me, it's beside me, or if I'm sitting there and all of a sudden people just get up and start walking around.
Well, it won't be beside you no more. It's 6 feet, 6 feet away from you now.
My gosh.
The truth is that simply you really just would have been mad that someone interrupted your nap, right? Like, you know, they made enough noise.
Exactly.
And you're just like, hey, I came to the movie theater so I can enjoy a nap.
People around.
So you guys just woke me up. Now I have to watch this movie?
I had my warm bottle of milk and I was happy.
maybe I should watch Dune then. If you guys are saying, if Simply said he fell asleep to it, maybe I need something that would put me to bed.
You know what always puts me to sleep? The first Star Trek movie, the Star Trek the Motion Picture.
There's really thought you were going to say the Simply Bubble podcast.
They use in that
film. I thought so too.
I thought you were going to say the Simply Bubble podcast puts me right out.
Oh no. But no, I mean, like I can't tell you how many times I would rewatch Star Trek the Motion Picture, and I'm like, I'm going to make it through this entire movie. I'm going to do it. And then like an hour 20 minutes into it, bam, I'm out.
Have you watched any of the original series?
The episodes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a few episodes.
The thing is, you need to watch a lot of those to really appreciate the movie.
Yeah. Now the funniest line I ever heard out of the original one was what was it? The doctor goes something, I'm hot as lava or something like that. I forget the damn line, but it's freaking hilarious. It makes me laugh every time I hear it.
Original, right? The motion picture original.
Damn it, Jim! Yeah. I'm not a scientist. I'm a doctor.
Did we ever talk about Captain Kirk going to space? By the way.
Oh no, we haven't talked
Yeah,
about
I'm
that
so
one
pissed
yet.
off I don't get to go.
Okay.
I liked his reaction. They
Yeah.
video recorded his reaction. I saw a clip of it, and I was just like, "This is hilarious."
Right.
I
The
like-
first, yeah.
Like I'm
I like
happy
the
for him.
I liked Sulu's reaction. Oh my! Why did this fat old guy get to go to space?
Yeah. Why did Sula get to go?
Yeah. You know what's funny is he almost got canceled just for insulting him on that experience because people are like, "Why are you bashing on him? Like, why are you insulting him just because he went?"
Hey,
into
wait a
space?"
minute. He's a friend. He's allowed to bash him because friends are allowed to bash each other, man. They're
Well,
friends,
I mean,
quote unquote
you know,
friends.
Not if you're a celebrity and not in public.
Mm.
It's
Right,
I didn't know those were rules. I didn't know those were rules.
And now you know.
yeah.
Knowledge is
Right.
power.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know how it is with social media. You have a lot of crusaders out there. You have a lot of people that, you do something that they think is frowned upon, and
Yeah,
you're
but
now a
imagine
bad guy, you're a
imagine if
villain.
this was around in the 90s, it would have imploded. The 90s would have imploded, I think.
Maybe.
The actual ship would have imploded. You mean
Yeah.
the penis mobile?
I mean, the sad thing is that
All I'm
I think
thinking
all
of
of
is
this was
Saturday Night Live is
inevitable.
acing
So,
Gary.
like, had this had
Yeah.
happened in the '90s, we probably wouldn't have gotten like certain movies or certain performances. So like the news
could
would
say
definitely have
that all
changed.
the way
Well,
back to Trump. So.
Well, you see, William actually put in the quote, the whole thing about the Alec Baldwin thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's a good point, William. Yeah, I didn't think about that too. Yeah, so
William,
that's
by the way, William, got to give William credit. He's got good
Yeah.
points in every broadcast we do.
Yeah. He's
but
always here.
He's always the voice
Good
of
people,
reason,
man.
William.
Mhm.
There's that guy Thomas Wood. I see him on here every once in a while. He guy's an
Yeah.
idiot. What a moron!
I
that
concur.
guy is. Call him Dad because he's dumb all day.
Ooh.
Yeah, but like, yeah, because, and then.
Oh, how about that news from Image declaring that they will not
Oh,
make
yeah,
any more
yeah.
second printings anymore?
What
Yep.
what do we all think about that? You think it's gonna be then like Simply was saying? What about the Image first? Are those gonna be printed again, or
No,
you
no
think
more
those
reprints.
okay?
They
No
probably
no
can't.
more second prints.
My article I saw was no more reprints of any sort. So even the
So
first
yeah,
print crap, whatever, nothing.
But
No
do you
second,
think-
third printings of anything.
but what do you guys think? Do you think like Marvel and everybody else is gonna start following since they're doing it? Then
God, no.
the big.
They make too much money off of it.
But I'm just saying, since like Anthony was saying earlier, it's paper shortage, and that could be the main reason why they don't want to reprint stuff. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Well, paper shortage and people vowing not to make reprints. You know what that's going to do, right? It's going to drive up the collectability of some title.
Right.
Yep.
Something
Right.
comes out that's really super hot.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you know there's only going to be one printing of it,
The fear of
You
missing
miss
out
it, you're
culture is going to
done.
go up.
what?
Yeah.
Maybe-
the fear.
Maybe is it possible it's considered a fear tactic to get retailers to order more? So it's like, you guys better order more because if it sells out, it's done.
I honestly think it's gonna drive up the secondary market more than anything. I honestly think the secondary market's gonna feel it more than anything.
We'll see.
Gonna
We'll see.
see
I mean, there's so many speculators out there that it's going to be so funny that they're like, look how many Image #1s of this I have, and then that book's not popular and they're not making shit.
But honestly, I think Image is still gonna be printing. You know what? It's still gonna be printing the
Image.
No, I'm saying Image is gonna be still printing the first printing, but there's gonna be other like shops that are gonna get alternate covers, and those are gonna be other printings too. You know what I mean? Those are gonna
Right.
be first printings still.
Well,
Maybe.
Image, I think they make more money through graphic novels than they do the single issues.
They're going to do one A cover, and that is it.
That's right.
You're screwed.
Yeah.
Better buy it.
Spawn, Todd McFarlane killed the comic book industry, as Daryl predicted.
Yes. I would like to tip my cap to me.
Daryl predicted.
I got it.
Pat himself on the back.
Yeah,
So,
one way or the other, I see people. They're going to complain about it regardless.
right.
People who praise
I don't
it.
I don't see complaining more than anything. I see more of like Anthony was saying. If the book gets hot, the secondary market's gonna see a price increase of way
But you're going to
more
get
than
complaints because people are going to be like, "Hey, this book just came out. Why are you selling it for $20?"
we already get
That's
that,
been
man. We
going on for a
already
long
yeah,
time.
we already
No,
get that.
this is going to increase that. It's going to be more frequent.
No, it's not going to be 20. It's going to now be 50.
Yeah.
That's what's going. I mean, people are just going to go buy it. Like everyone gets to the shop first is going to buy them all. So that way,
Yeah.
now you got to pay extra for it.
Or a shitty shop's gonna pull it off the rack and say they never got it.
The other problem,
I got to be honest. I see nothing wrong with that.
Right, but the other problem too, right, is going to be, let's say somebody's like, "Hey, I really want to get into this series and I want to read it. I'm not going to pay $20, $30 for a #1 issue. I just want to read it. So how come there's no second printings? So what's going to happen now? Oh, no first issue available for me to read? Then I guess I'm not going to read that series. I'll just wait for the trade."
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that the single issues that they're going to print could drop. You're going to see less #2s, less #3s, less #4s, whatever that they were originally printing. It's all going to shrink, all because the way the speculators, the way they always buy heavy on the first issues.
Shrinkage.
You buy heavy on the first issues, and then you have people that want to get into the series.
Heavy on the first and heavy on the last, because if
You just
and people start
Figure
developing
number
different
two gonna
habits. I
shrink.
can't tell you how many times I've seen people go from single issues to trades, and then when they got to trades, that's it. Like, they stopped buying comics. They stopped cutting down on comics. They became casual readers. Like, oh, I'll just wait for the trade.
Well, I
like when
forgot
they were
to
doing
show
that
you
for Walking
guys.
Dead.
I picked this up last week.
it's a comic book of some sort.
It's a comic book of some sort. Yeah, I'll show. I'll make myself bigger. It is Krampus from Tarot Witch of the Black. Yep. And you guys would laugh at the number of the print. It's the number of the comic too. It's 69.
69.
Yeah.
Hold on. You brought
Oh,
it.
I showed it.
And I got grief for wearing my Santa Claus hat. Come on, man.
Yeah. And then I got it's signed by Jim on the back. The
Nice.
lithograph. Yeah.
That is a great back cover right there. That is beautiful.
Well, there's another one that's no top. This is the G-rated version or PG version of Jim's cover. Yeah. So, but it's that's another thing I picked up from last week that I've completely forgot that I looked up over here and saw. But I'm pretty much getting to hour mark, and we're running out of topics. And I know. Oh no, I know Anthony wanted to show something off. If he does or not, that's up to Anthony.
It's on the other side.
So, I was going to just inform everyone, as I had last week. Sometime next week, probably between November 1st and November 5th, I'm going to be launching Vampirella on Indiegogo, and I know that I've shown some covers off, but earlier in the show, Randall, you weren't with us, but I was showing off the prizes from a meeting I had this weekend with my friend Tim Tyler, independent artist, OG outlaw artist, publisher from the late 80s, early 90s. He's a friend of mine. He lives here in the same town as me. We sat, talked about comics, the comic industry in 1988 when he started getting in, when he started drawing and writing and publishing his own comics. He's been forever indie, and he still is. And in the beginning of the show, I showed off all his work, so you can watch it. Anyone watching or yourself can watch it on replay. And by the way, if you're watching this broadcast for the first time, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please hit the notification button so that you know when the Cantonese Comic Kid is having his show on Wednesdays, Cantonese Comic Kid, and also this show every Sunday night at 9 p.m. So please subscribe, hit the notification button. But my good buddy Tim Tyler is going to be doing a cover for me. He's not going to be doing a cover. He already did. And let me see. This is what it looks like.
Here's that cover right here. I like it. I really like it.
So anyway, he actually provided me a pinup. Funny story. And he's like, hey, I did this pinup of Vampirella. He did it all black and white. And he said, and he gave me a comp. He said, why don't you color the frame red? And here's what's funny. The original pinup he sent me on, and he sent it to me the day before our meeting because he wanted to talk about it at the meeting. And he said, you can use it as a cover, a pinup, whatever. So the funny thing is, you see where those that kind of airlock or that window of wherever she is has the space in the background. Well, that was blank, and he actually had a bunch of bats. And I said, well, I love this design, Tim, but here's the problem. She never visits Earth, and it's in the 3000s. It's set in the future. And just because she's vampiric, there's no relation or tie-in to bats, a la Vampirella or whatever. So because of that, I said, do you have any space pictures? So he sent me a separate shot of that Saturn, and there's a little spaceship, and there's meteors and whatever's going on. Right. He sent me that, and I took that piece of art, mixed it with his other piece of art, and he actually wanted me to leave her all black and white with color, color treatment to the cover. And I said, well, this is it. I said, you like this? He gave me the thumbs up just about an hour before the broadcast. And that is going to be one of my variant covers.
Very nice.
I'm going to have 4 or 5 covers available in a bundle package, on my Indiegogo. It's not going to be a perk. It's not going to be whatever. It's just going to be in the bundle. And then, I've also, wrong way. I've redone. Here's the final cover of my Vampirella #1. That is cover B. Very nice. These I have been showing these off the past couple of weeks. But
you've modified them.
I've modified from stuff on the top. Added some different color treatments, renderings, whatever. This is the actual final that's going to be on the Indiegogo advertised. And then Vampirella #1, the A cover, which has also been slightly modified from when I first showed it off. So
right.
I lost the green background. I thought it looked too Christmassy and too weird. So there's cover A.
I like it.
Cover B. Cover C.
I like them all.
There's a cover D and E coming your way. I've already finished it, but it's not revealed yet because it's
going to be revealed on. If you want it, you got to go to Indiegogo.
And if you just go to Indiegogo and look up my name or type in Vampirella, you'll see there's a mailing list sign up, like a pre-launch thing. But anybody that's on the mailing list and anyone who sees me online on my show or this show or any other YouTube channel that I appear on, I will have all the details and the packages available and all that. Probably November 3rd or 4th, something like that.
Yeah, just whenever you do that thumbnail for that show, just send me all the info for your for Vampirella, and I'll put it down in the description.
Always appreciated. And again, and that the book, which I have 7 pages done and I have all the covers done. That book, I am anticipating getting it in people's mailboxes the week before Christmas.
And
That'd be
I'll
cool.
in the house.
Very cool.
So Vampirella is gonna be all through the house.
And I have an announcement to make because that's
What?
that's what I do.
Mhm.
Anthony will be on my channel coming up, hopefully this week, for the grand unboxing of Misty America.
Finally.
How about I just say, hey, since I'm going to do a program around 8:30, Simply Incredible,
And we can discuss this as well.
why don't you just shoot me an invite for Tuesday night? I think you said you were available Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. And one thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to cut the eyes out where it doesn't matter.
You know what would be hilarious though? That you pull a Jimmy Kimmel and you invite Anthony onto the show.
Yeah, sorry he didn't.
And then you're like, okay,
he was cut
I'm
out.
so sorry, Anthony. Like we've run out of time.
Run out of
Not going
time
to be able
here.
to show off the books.
Sorry about
But hopefully we'll get you back next week.
Yeah, but don't people watch the Jimmy Kimmel show?
No.
All right,
I
guys.
don't know.
Actually, you know what? Simply Incredible has a shitload of subscribers.
Yeah. And none of them actually watch the channel. 1,400 subscribers. Apparently, 63% of the people.
Yeah, he's got a
are
shitload
not
of subscribers.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was that many people that played disc golf.
You must have baited them in with something saucy at first.
Oh, I baited them in all right.
And then they're like, oh, this has none of what we subscribed for.
He found like 1,000 people that hate Todd McFarlane.
And they're too lazy to unsubscribe.
Well, yeah, exactly.
What?
That's what they
Yeah.
do.
I've
Oh,
never
this one
unsubscribed
video.
from any YouTube channel I've subscribed to.
Yeah.
Same
So
here.
there's something good about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm subscribed to the Cantonese Comic Kid.
All right. So I'm my thing is, what do you got going on? What Anthony got the Vampirella stuff. What do you got going on, Daryl? Anything besides the opening up that?
And sometime this week, good gracious, one of my friends, Mr. Gretzky, 9966, he sent me some baseball cards and maybe other kinds of cards. We're going to do an unboxing on here one day this week as well.
He probably sent you a break of cards, man. I hope you didn't get a hernia just from picking it up.
Is that Wayne Gretzky?
I'm in as good a shape as Randall.
All right, Randall.
That's
What?
been really
what-
great acting, man. Like,
All right, Randall. What you got
I
going on?
totally could see you in David Lynch's
What
Dune
you got
movie.
What you got going on, Randall? On Sunday of next week, you're gonna have that con going on. Will you have books? That's a big thing people are gonna ask you. Will you have books?
Trust me, man. I'll be crunching hard on going through the inventory probably Wednesday and Thursday.
Why don't you start tomorrow, Monday, and then get
why
enough
don't you
books
start
out?
Because Monday I have to go get the books for my customers.
Why didn't you start it? You should have started last month, and
Why don't you go help him, Jeff?
Yeah, there you go. Come on by.
Why
Help
don't
me
you
out,
work the
man.
show with him?
Yeah. I like this idea.
And
You
do
like
a live
that?
show.
Spot. They put you on. Well, first
Dude,
off,
you can
Jeff
do
has
some
an
live
I
hour
work
show.
nights, so I work weekdays
and
and
he's working
weekday
a lot of
nights.
hours, and so like I know that he's tired. He doesn't want to come all the way out here and help me out. It's okay.
Well, you can bring me a couple of boxes. I can drive and I'll just sort it for you and then bring it to you at the con.
As you're driving, yes.
Yeah.
It's like, no, not that one.
But no, I mean, yeah, chances are that's what's going to happen because Monday I got to go get the books, then I got to pull the books, and then Tuesday I'm meeting up with customers to deliver the books. So chances are it's going to be Wednesday, Thursday.
Chances are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be okay, but for sure you're gonna be at that con.
Oh, absolutely. I had to pay like $50 to get a table, so I'm not gonna just like give him $50 and not show up.
Well, I know you won't be the only vendor, but I know there's gonna be like a couple of vendors.
I mean, it'll be great. A buddy of mine was supposed to help me at the con, but he recently got a new job, so he's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to go." So
damn jobs.
Yeah.
Snoop Doggy Dog, why don't you get a Snoop Jobby job?
So
Oh.
So in the original Vampirella, in the original Vampirella, the first 5 pages, my spaceship, which was modeled after my hairdryer, in the book, this panel, every time I see it, it bugs the shit out of me because I don't like it. Okay.
Don't like which one?
This space panel. And the thing is, no, just the whole panel. I hate it. But the point is,
it looks like the best panel on the page.
Wow, great. But the point is, the thing is, I need the ship to be in several pages of the new book.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to change the reference and make the ship a bit more aerodynamic in quality. So while I was talking to you guys,
you made it look more like Alec Baldwin's gun.
No, while I was talking to you guys,
he made it look more phallus.
This one, I did look more phallic, but I also did a better design by and you can't see, but this moon over here has a whole shitload of textures and stippling and pointillism in it, but it's not coming out on my screen. But I did this while I was talking to you on the stream tonight because
he does his best work in meetings. We now understand that.
Yep. No, but thing was I had to scan it in order to get those pages reworked. And I wanted to do it for tomorrow. And I may use it. I may stick with the old one. I don't know. But I had to make an exercise and tonight because I've done all these covers and I have 2 new pages done, but I kind of hit a little lull or a little mental jam. So I figured, well, let me change this panel because it literally, every time I open the actual book itself, the comic book, when I get to that page, I'm like, why did I make the ship look like my hairdryer? And it still resembles my hairdryer, but when I looked at it, it's like the engine was tiny and the ship was big and it only had 1 wing on it. I'm like, why is I only have 1 wing? What's going on, man? So I had to change it a little bit.
Can I vote on which one I like better?
I don't care. and then on the bottom
now
of
we
the
can see we can see the stippling to the
man.
Yeah, now you can see the stippling on the moon.
Yeah.
But you see on the bottom of the hairdryer, I put little propulsors there.
Yeah.
So that when it lands, it didn't make any sense. Now I had landing gear, but the original hairdryer, if you notice, it's literally a handle to a hairdryer. And by the way, you see this part I fucked up in the original that I fixed it in the proof. Yeah. I cut out and made stars through the front of the thing. So look, it looks like a split orange or something. And again, those little things, I'm trying to step up everything I do from now on. And not taking the amateur easy way out, but spending time on all the backgrounds, all the ships.
But you're an artist, that happens. That happens. You don't. A lot of artists don't like their work for a little while after they look at it a little. Oh man, why did I do that? Or why did I've noticed that's a lot of artists though. This is not just you.
No, every and all my characters are going to be bisexual.
I thought they were already bisexual.
You could do a cover swipe of
they're pansexual.
Superman, son of Kal-El. You could do cover swipes.
My new cover swipe for my alternate cover I'm working on is swiping some Dave Stevens.
That's cool. That's cool. And then
I'll reveal it. Here it is.
Ooh. Hold on.
I don't have it digitally. I just have it on my phone. It's a swipe. It's a swipe from Dave Stevens' famous Vampirella poster when they relaunched Vampirella, and and I haven't colored it. I haven't even scanned it. All I did was take a picture with my phone.
That's really. I just think it's really neat, man. It's just. I think it's just cool. You're gonna end up coloring it, or are you gonna leave it at black and white?
It's gonna be fully colored. It's gonna look. It's going to look just like the Dave Stevens poster. The only difference is it's Vampirella instead of Vampirella, and the background is going to be stark white. She's going to be painted, but the cover will be white. It will look just like the original Dave Stevens poster that was in Vampirella.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. And well, it's now my turn. All I got going on is the Extreme Nerd Table, the Nerdy Collective, and Cantonese Comic Wednesdays. So those are the three things I got going on. Maybe Silver Age Sunday next week, depending on if I feel like hosting it or one of our friends here feel like hosting it. So we may get it. So
depending on how the show is for me next week, I might not be able to join. It depends on the show.
All right.
So I'll keep you guys posted.
I would love to be on Silver Age Sunday, but I think you have a special invitation or something.
No. If I host it, I'll send you one.
Okay, because I have the majority of my collection.
Right. I'll send you
actually
one.
Silver Age comic books.
Right. If I host it, I'll send you one, and then I'll send you one. If I'm hosting, I'll send you one. If I'm not, I can always send it. If you want me to, I'll send the email to Bode or whoever is hosting.
Just saying.
So, yeah, I got you. Saying. Pretty much, guys. Be sure to be nerdy and be sure to nerd out with whatever you guys do. Check you guys later, and we'll see you next week.